Starting your journey, you will be put into a character creation screen. Here, you'll be greeted by your character and the race they have. Most of the traits have innate talents, such as Vesperians having exoskeleton and Grimoires having a compass, but to a beginner, it mostly doesn't matter. What interests you is your starting weapon. You want to go with a sword or a battle axe. Both of them are really good options, sword being a great generalist and battle axe being amazing against NPCs. Stiletto isn't a great option as it has low posture and extremely low damage, which can be challenging for a new player. Next up is your attunement. You will have access to only Flame Charm, Thunder Call, Frost Draw, and Gale Breathe. You'll also be able to use Attunementless if you don't select any of them. Pick whatever sounds cool to you or just go Attunementless. You can unlock the other 4 by pressing random and wiping your slot. For core attributes, you want to reduce all your points to 0. Don't worry, you'll still be able to spend those points as you spawn. For boons and flaws, I strongly recommend choosing Simple as your flaw, as its effect is barely noticeable in game, and for your boons, go either Statfast, Survivalist, or Scrapper. Pack Mule is also a good option, but you can always get a backpack, it also works fine. For Origin, I strongly recommend starting at Vigils, but Etria is also a fine place to start. Vigils, however, has an access to an instructor that can teach you the basics of combat. Spawning in, you will directly notice a lot of bars on your screen. Let me explain them one by one. This is your health bar. If it goes down to 0, you get knocked, and then you're able to be executed by opponents. Right under that is your armor bar. As long as it has even a couple percent, it will give you the traits of your currently worn outfit. Right above your health bar is your posture bar. It determines whether you can block an attack or whether you'll be guard broken. Your posture bar increases gradually as you block attacks, and to reduce it you must parry them or use mantras like Exhaustion Strike. To parry attacks, simply tap F as the attack is about to hit you. If you miss a parry, it will go on cooldown, which is determined by this colorful bar right above your posture. If you press F during that time, you'll enter a state of weak block where enemies can still hit you even though you're holding F. Remember, not all attacks are parryable. In this game there are many unparryable attacks that you will have to dodge through. To dodge, simply press Q as the attack is about to hit you, similar to parrying. Right under your armor bar is your ether bar. It determines whether you can use a mantra or not. Think of it as mana. And lastly, your tempo. You gain tempo by being hit or hitting an opponent. Not only does it increase your ether regen, it also allows you to perform a vent, which can be used to get out of tricky situations. Moving to the left of your screen, you can see 3 bars, those being blood, thirst, and hunger respectively. Just make sure neither hunger or your thirst fall to 0. What's really important here is your blood. If your blood falls down to 0, you get knocked, and there is pretty much no way to rescue you. Moving to the right of our screen, you can see 2 little icons. The one in the very corner being notes, a currency used to purchase goods and what you sell goods for. Right above that is knowledge, which is used to make deals with the deep shrines, along with some other niche features. Finally, with all of that out of the way, we can move to the combat mechanics. With your left mouse button, you can perform a first swing combo ending with a flourish. To use your criticals, simply press the middle mouse button. These criticals can be greatly used to deal a huge amount of damage in a short time. Feinting isn't as important when you're a beginner, but to perform it, simply press your right mouse button as you press your left mouse button, thus cancelling your swing and feinting. You can perform uppercuts by pressing Ctrl and M1. These usually leave your opponent vulnerable for a short period of time. To cast a mantra, simply press the key it is assigned to in your hotbar. Similar to your M1s, this can be feinted by pressing M1 and M2 at the same time. Finally, attributes, traits, and all the other fancy things required for build creation. To level up your statistics, you must gain XP, mainly from defeating monsters and completing events. To use this XP, however, you must perform certain actions for each attribute. Strength is gained from blocking, parrying, and fighting. Fortitude increases as you take damage. To train agility, simply use all of your movement options like sliding, dodging, and running. Intelligence requires reading the encyclopedia or solving math questions. For willpower, you must either stay in areas that affect your sanity or meditate. Finally, Charisma. Simply find an NPC or player and fill out the prompt given by the How to Make Friends book. For both weapons and their attunement, you must simply deal damage with the respective weapon or mantra. After spending 15 points, you will power up and will be tasked with picking out talent cards, mantras, and traits. Both mantras and talents have certain stat requirements or require other cards to be previously taken before they can appear. A good example for this would be the legendary talent card, Conditioned Runner, requiring both 25 agility and 25 fortitude, as well as these two cards before it can even appear. And that would bring us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this semi-coherent guide and... I forgot something? Oh right, dying. Deepwoken functions on a 3-life system. The first one staining your health bar as a signal of losing a life. If you die with a stained health bar, you will drown and awaken in the Shelter Wastes. Here you have two options, either escape or the more common choice for newcomers, wipe. If the latter case scenario happens, you will wake up in the Fragments of Self, being able to pass down some items before accepting your fate and returning to the character creation screen. But hey, at least you get some cool upgrades now, right? Now, this is the real end of the video. This was made simply as a part of a deal I made with my friend, so I apologize in advance if it's rather low quality or misses out on crucial information that a newcomer would want to hear. I'll be sure to note down any corrections in the description below. Now, go out there and explore. Farewell, fellow Pathfinder.
Put the calabash down!
This is for the Forge of Sin!